The member for Flamborough-Glanbrook.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning. Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Education. This past year, we have seen a renewed focus on the horrors of residential schools and the treatment of Indigenous peoples. Last week's inaugural day of Truth and Reconciliation was an important step in acknowledging parts of Canada's past, but as we can all agree, more needs to be done. Minister, last week ahead of the first National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, you made an important announcement to enhance Indigenous learning with the curriculum. Awareness of the past, but also the histories, cultures and contributions of First Nation, Métis and Inuit individuals, communities and nations in Canada is an important step in taking action towards reconciliation. Minister, can you share further information on these important changes?
I invite the members to make their comments through the chair. Minister of Education to respond.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to thank the member from Glanbrook for her leadership and for her commitment to ensuring children continue to learn about our Indigenous history. Mr. Speaker, I am grateful for the voices of Indigenous leaders in this province, First Nation, Inuit and Métis, who have spoken clearly that a generation of students, including myself, did not learn about the painful past of the residential schools within our publicly funded school system. That is unacceptable, I think, to all members of the legislature, which is why we have built upon actions over the past years to expand, to enhance, and to mandate compulsory learning in this respect, to strengthen learning and understanding of Indigenous contributions to Canada, their vast, rich history, and their culture and language. In addition, Speaker, I think most especially this year, a recognition we must do more to expand mandatory learning on residential schools.
Response?
It's why, Speaker, I was proud to stand with the Minister of Indigenous Affairs, including chiefs and elders in the First Nation community, to expand learning from grades 1 to 3 in this province to ensure no generation of students, no student in this province, graduates our—
Thank you very much. Thank you. And the supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Minister, we recognize with greater awareness comes greater understanding, and this is a substantial step in the right direction. This government is utilizing education to empower our Indigenous youth to reach their full potential, just like we do with every other student across the province. In addition to the curriculum announced, our government also shared that we are increasing investments to support Indigenous student success right across Ontario. Minister, can you please share with this legislature what other meaningful supports our government is providing to Indigenous students now and through the future?
Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Speaker. And to support our journey in reconciliation, we have announced additional funding to support First Nation, Métis and Inuit student success in Ontario. We take this seriously. The Minister of Indigenous Affairs and I have met with the Council of Chiefs, the Chiefs of Ontario, where we have made clear that the funding will increase, and not just that it will increase, but it will be sustainable. One of the big asks of many stakeholders within this community was clear that they need long-term funding agreements. And we have accepted that recommendation to move to 3-year funding to provide sustainable outlooks. A $23 million investment was announced, partially to support student mental health within the Indigenous student mental health community, partially to support the expansion of Indigenous graduation coaches to help young people within the community graduate, access higher learning, and get access to good-paying jobs. We want to ensure they succeed, which is why we're investing over $96 million in the education grant to make sure.